You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point good.
Enough?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
I just love that part.
Get out, goddammit!
Hey there, hi there, ho there, y'all. You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLMRadio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel, the RLM Internet radio station, and lots of other RLM out there. Thank you, JJs, for the awesome tunage, and sorry you got the kaboot, but it was my turn to play. Dang it. You know, these people just plain can't go without having me get on here and talk all silly and laugh like a maniac. And I'm good at that. Both of those, actually. You know, if you're going to do something, do it well. That's what my mom always said. So, it is a WHACK-A-DOODLE Wednesday here out in Grammyville, and in most of the RLM land, there's some places where it's actually Thursday, but that's like Mary B and some of those people that are down under, and I don't know if there's someone listening over in Russia or not. It would be kind of scary. Y'all don't speak Grammyese, do ya? Oh, well. I got to retweet this real quick. Thank you ever so much, Barman, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. Oh. Let me. Okay. Stutterfingers are us. Thank you, sweetie. Okay. So, let me see how many. Oh, I lost some followers, and then I gained some followers. And it's like, holy crap and oily. Oh, what? Boy eats a hamburger and cries. Ow! Because he got wire bristles from the bristles that scrub the... Ow! That sounds very painful. No wonder little feller cried. I'd cry too. Holy crap. Okay, that's over on Twitter. And I'm going to go ahead and shut it real quick because, yeah, I got over 350 stalkers. No, I'm not going to add my birthday to my profile. I don't want to let everybody know when the big day arrives. Jeepers, I'm trying to hide that. No, not really, but what the hell. Okay, over here on Fakeybook, I got Gary L showed up over here. Hey, Gary L, how you doing? Give that Gigi's boo a big hug for me. And the lovely Mary B is here as well. And I think Moosey's over here too. And Moosey shared something with me earlier that I'm going to see if I can't get to this evening. Because, you know, it is kind of a whack-a-doodle Wednesday. And sometimes we got to do impotent stuff. Sometimes. And then sometimes not. Okay. Oh, Alex Mulder Fox shared. Oh, look. A building burns in an inferno for a whole day and didn't collapse. Go figure. I know, right? It's like, whoa, how the hell does that shit happen? I'm shocked, I tell you. Okay, over here on that effing site. Thank you, Grimmy. Yay! I am on. I see Java Doctor has been posting over here. And, oh, the lovely Mary B is over here as well as yours truly and Grimmy. Thank you, Grimmy, for sharing this over there. I really do appreciate you, hun. You just the bestest hermit in the whole wide world. You know, one of these days I'm going to meet up with Grimmy and he's going to bop me upside the head and say, damn it, woman. And I'm going to laugh because, well, that's what I do. I can't help myself. I needed a sip of water because y'all over here on the RLM chat, I'm sure you saw how warm it is here. Okay, got to check in over here at the corner pocket as well. I see Nenson Dubois is over here. Hi, Nenson. Ha, 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 ha. I beat you to the duck, and it's like, what? Nobody was playing ducks today? I didn't get logged in because I forgot my little password book at home, and I didn't want to screw shit up, so I just didn't over in the corner pocket. And it's like, nobody played ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You're the one for bath time fun. Yeah, you needed to hear that too, didn't you? I also see Moosey is over here. You think so, Moosey? Oh, well, everybody over here in the corner pocket. Hey there, hi there, ho there. How you doing? I hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. And let's see, over here on the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static, because I get little pop-up bubbles that tell me, tiny bubbles. Oh, speaking of bubbles, where's Rob Works? I need bubbles. Oh, wow. I just got this image of Bubbles. She's a really big stripper, and she's hiding behind a really big bubble that I hope doesn't burst. Whoo. Okay, let's see. Oh, Grimmy's being jackbooted. Okay, let's see. Over here in the RLM, right up top, I see Barman, who is the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world. Just gotta tell you, and Barman got some tweaks, don't you know? And now he's even more splendiferous than he ever was, which is really kind of hard to do, but if it can be done, Barman can do it. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, Beth. How you doing, woman? And Grimner, who is the RLM god, and who will smite me or smote me if we ever meet up, because it's going to be one of them there. Woman? I deserve it. I also see the lovely Moose Girl is here. Hey, Moosey, did you have an awesome weekend? I hope you did. I hope you did. Hope the weather wasn't too intolerable. You know, and it's not even really summer yet. And it's already like, wow, I got to do the underarm deodorant thing like twice a day just 'cause, yeah, it gets a wee bit warm. Oh, random guessing, 44. Really? Who's 44? Okay. Let me see. Where was I at? Moosey, yeah. The lovely Kate is here. Hi there, Kate. How you doing down there in the great state of Texas? I also see Alias is here, as well as Alias D, however you wish to put that. Chalcedony's got the O going on just for me, don't you know? 'Cause, well, I'm so hot, but that's 'cause it's 93 degrees outside. I also see a double dip and a Chloe going on, and I'm here, yours truly. And looky there, IB Don C, who is, he's motorhoming. Are you motorhoming, hon? How fun. I know some people that just got a motorhome last week. They traded in their fifth wheel along with the pickup that they used for it for this. Oh, it's really nice. It's got 2 slide outs. It's very nice. I could almost live in it. I mean, I would have to pull like an 18-wheeler behind it because, yeah, I have entirely too much shit. And I just plain haven't learned how to part with some of it yet. I'm going to have to do that one of these days. One of these days. I also see Java Doctor is in the house, as well as Java Doctor 2. So we not only have the original, we have the new and improved version. Booyah! And looky there, JJ's 99 JJ's is in the house. Motorboating. Don't get me started. It's been one of those days, let me tell you. The silliness has pretty much been in full force today. Yes, it has. P. Bunyan is in the house. Timber! P. Bunyan, how you doing? And Rob Works. How you doing, Rob? Where's my bubbler? I need my bubbler. Don't make me break out the ginger ale. Okay. Oh, hey, Free and Sleeve's got a hell of a good idea. There you go, darling. Let's see, where else was I at? Oh, got your new wheels. Sweet. Yeah, random. Okay. Oh, hey, speaking of bubbler, yeah, Rob Works. Bubbler, are you still at Noah's? Damn it, dude, show up. Let's see. Trust no one is here. How you doing, Mr. Untrusting? Kinder feller. That's Rome's, for those of you that don't know. I don't think Rob works. If he does work, it's kind of a Beetle Bailey kind of working thing. You know, he works pretty hard at not having to work because, you know, in this day and age, sometimes you have to do that. Let's see, where else was I at? Oh, yeah, Phantom. Hi, Phantom. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, you and I, we need to get together. Probably next week would be better than this week. This week's kind of crazy. I know. That's a shocker in my world. But, hey, what the hell? Who's playing cards with themselves, Nenson? I don't know. I don't want to know, because if they're playing strip poker with themselves, that'd be kind of scary. Whew. Or interesting. I might want to be a fly on the wall for that shit, depending on who it is. Okay, BTC Bob. Hey, the first of the Bob triplets, as well as Colfax 101's over here in the RLM chat. I also see Dimma, who is not exactly the dimmest one in the box. Just saying. Free Enslaved is here. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? How's fur babies doing? Hope everybody's just doing absolutely wonderful, and I hope you don't have the kind of heat wave I got going on out here. Although we do need this for what few crops didn't get blizzarded out / rained out / hailed out. We do need this heat to kind of finish them off. Ripening, don't you know? And we need the heat to dry out the fields, because there's still fields that aren't dry enough to get out there and plant. May not be much of a corn or a Milo harvest this year either, at least not out in my neck of the woods. Let's see, Frumpy's here. Hi, Frumpy. How you doing, sweetie, up there in Kanakistan? Oh, that's true. You know, some people just don't know how to have a good time. It's that whole 5-finger discount kind of thing. Or is that a 5-finger? Okay, move along. Hi, guest 77112. Let's see, 7 and 7 is 14 plus 2 is 16 plus 2 more is 18. So hi, guest 18. Well, actually 18 combined. Guest 9. Guest number 9. Sweet. How's that for cool beans? I also see Jehovah 1. Oh, you're actually Colfax 101? Well, that's okay, sweet. So, have you been to Colfax in Denver? You know, you can get just about anything over there. Just about. Huh. No need to apologize, hon. That's okay. See, now you got two names. You split personality kind of thing going on. Let's see. Where was I at? Jehovah 1. Ah, Colfax 101 is now known as Nenson Dubois. He did that just so I could say that name again. Didn't you, Nenson? I do love saying that name because it gets all the facial muscles going. Don't you know? And that's why I don't do video. Although I have seen some videos out there and it's like, holy shit, Grams, what the hell are you worried about? But, yeah, y'all would still just kind of go, who the hell's she talking to? Talking to my kitty cat over there. Okay, let's see. Where was I at? I'm lost. I'm confused. Oh, Jehovah 1. Juana Taco. You know, that does sound good. I may have to get me some tacos when I go pick up the grands this weekend. Yeah, because yeah. I do need tacos. And I just plain don't want to thaw out the hamburger to do that myself. Okay, Kozu is in the house. Hey, Kozu, how you doing, sweetie? And looky there, the lovely Miri B from Down Under is here. Yay! I also see, there's Nenson Dubois again. See, that's a threefer. Ooh, that's kind of a cosmic number, don't you know? I also see North Force, and you know what? North Force is laying low today. Not much of a breeze going on, which is another reason why it's just a little bit on the sticky side outside. I also see Pon sauce is here. Oh, okay. Yes, that's right, Moosey. The world needs tacos. And I actually told someone the other day, I will make you tacos and touch your butt. I got a really big grin out of that one. Okay, where was I at? Miri B, Ninson, North Force, Pon Sauce, the lovely Rain is in the house. Hi, Rain. How you doing, sweetie? RLM Fluke. Hi, RLM Fluke. Oh, IB Don C gets lots of tacos. Really? Well. Well. I'll just move along after that one. Hi, Fluke. Oh, that's taco country, huh? Yeah, I got put in the dirty mind corner by myself earlier today, and I'm still there. So y'all better be prepared, because it's going to be one of those nights. I'm just warning you right now. The rocket chair is fueled by Dirty Mind. Brought to you by Grammy Mary. And my evil twin, who's bouncing around in the back of my head going, say it! Okay, I also see Sock Puppet is here. Hi, Sock. How you doing, hon? Thank you ever so much for coming to the assistance of Grimner and you two coming together and creating all kinds of wonderful things with Barman. It's just absolutely splendiferous. Eat? Yeah, I did, Moosey. Oops. I seem to be saying oops a lot lately. Oops. Okay. Hello, Stats Bob and Tip Bob. Oh, you are, Nenson. Well, hey. And we got the Bob triplets going on. You know what a Bob stands for, right? Okay, I'll just move along. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Villy or Vile or Vil underscore, because I like that underscore, because you got to underscore things sometimes. And that's where my F-bomb jumps in. That's my underscore, my little punctuation mark to any kind of thing I'm saying, because sometimes you just plain got to drop that as an exclamation point, only with a little more oomph to it. So, okay, where do I want to go first? Now that I've said hey to everybody. Geez, 22 minutes. It took me 22 minutes. By the way, I played I'm Guilty because I am. I did it. Had a good time, too. Oops. Okay, I needed a drink there. So, why are you upset, Free Enslaved? Could not find a stuffed mushroom recipe? Ah, shrooms. Shrooms. Okay, over to my pocket I go. I gotta go to this one, because this actually, one of my co-workers, Kathy! Hey, Kathy! Big Kathy. He come up and he said, did you see that article from China? And I went, which one? Because China's always got lots of things. Only this one wasn't really from China. It was from Thailand. But the main reason why he wanted me to see it was because the names of the perpetrators. The names of the perpetrators have been kept the same just for the comic element of it all. Don't you know? This is from motherboard.vice.com, which, yeah, I couldn't help but go there because it's got Vice in the title and all. But if you look at this massive click fraud farm that was just busted in Thailand, really? A click fraud farm. Alrighty. Over 500 cell phones and 350,000 SIM cards were seized. So did they seize up or did someone actually nab them? Because seize has multiple multiple uses and definitions and, oh, shut up, Grams, and just read the article, which, wow, that's kind of like something my mother would say. Would you shut up and tell me what you're doing? I shit you not. My mother used to say, she still does say that. Crazy old lady. I come by it naturally. Okay. A significant portion of internet traffic isn't real. Gasp! Egad and yoinks, say it isn't so. Apparently, it's being perpetuated by bots, fake accounts set up to artificially inflate the popularity of a website. Gasp! Social media post or advertisement. Oh, the humanities. Apparently, on Sunday, the world got a rare look at what the click fraud business really looks like. They have ways of finding out what you've been up to, you little bot. Apparently, the police raided a home in Thailand. Yes, I have no idea what accent I'm using, but I'm going with it. But they discovered Wang Dong and new bang. A Wang Dong with a new bang and Niwinjin. What's a Niwinjin? Or is that Niwinjin? Niwenjin. They were running an extensive fake click enterprise. Fake click. Is that anything like the cyber girlfriends? Because y'all got names that I would think you should have cyber girlfriends as well. There are 3 Chinese individuals that were arrested on charges including working without a permit and smuggling SIM cards into the country. Oh, so you must have a permit to work. Yes. If you do not have the proper papers, we will jail you. Inside their house, located near the Cambodia border, was a makeshift metal rig fitted with 500 smartphones. Really? Damn, that's a hellacious phone bill. And they were all wired to a computer monitor. In total, the Thai police reported Thai. Every time I see Thai, I think of Thai stick. Every time. I know, I'm one of those people. Yeah, my mother warned me about people like me. So I became one just to find out what it was like and decided I liked it. So, in any case, the Thai police reportedly, that's underscored, seized almost 350,000 SIM cards, 21 SIM card readers, and 9 computers from the men. I almost expect to see a cartridge in a bear tree in that list as well. The officials initially believed the rig was used to run a fraudulent call center, a common crime in Southeast Asia. We are from the iOS, and we are going to arrest you if you don't send us $28,000 right now. That kind of shit. Those phone calls are going on. I seen it on YouTube, so it must be true. The trio explained that they were actually operating a network of so-called sock puppet accounts. Oh, sock! These were on China's largest social network, WeChat. Oh, WeChat rots, 'cause we sock puppets and WeChat rots. A company in China reportedly supplied the phones and paid the men 150,000 baht, or $4,403 a month for the operation. Oh, damn, cha-ching. This is according to a Thai immigration officer. The Click Farm proprietors likely headquartered their business overseas because Thailand has relatively low smartphone usage fees. Buying SIM cards in bulk is also increasingly difficult in China. Last year, the government began requiring users, including foreigners, to provide identification. We must see your papers before registering one. Thailand, however, has similar requirements. So it's not clear how the Chinese nationals obtained so many SIM cards. The rig the Chinese men built isn't unique. Oh, it isn't? Wow. Dozens of similar click farm setups have been documented across China. Okay, they've been documented, but that doesn't mean that they have been shut down, does it? It's difficult to estimate how large of a problem click fraud is on WeChat. Oh, it's probably about as large as it is on Fakerbook. Probably. If not more so, because I think China's got more people. Therefore, more SIM cards, right? Yeah, that's the way it works in my brain. Because the truth, and I know I'm going to piss some people off or I'm going to get called bullshit on this, but the truth is relative. Facts are concrete. Because you can take facts and give them to 6 different people and just give them all in the same order. Give those 6 different people all them facts. And then tell them, come up with a story that is the truth to you. And you'll get 6 different truths. But facts, those are harder to fudge. In any case, back to this article. I had to get that out because that just kind of popped up. The evil twin bounced around back of my head, said, say it! Say it! Okay, apparently the messaging platform, which has more than 880 million monthly active users. Holy crapanoly! That's more people than what's in USA altogether. Documented and undocumented. Wow. Oh, and it's considered more private than open social networking sites like Twitter. Yeah, 'cause Twitter wants to know my birthday and everything. It's none your business. None your business. It was created in 2010, and WeChat is designed for small groups and individuals to message one another. Yeah, right. 880 million. Small groups. Obviously, you classify small groups as something way different than what I consider a small group. It works similar to WhatsApp. Oh, okay. I don't know about that one either. I don't play on that. But since all groups are visible by invitation only, it's difficult to monitor problems like click fraud and fake news, which basically is anything that the mainstream media didn't put out. Because if the mainstream media put it out, it must be true. Just ask them, they'll tell you. There's also an option for businesses and other groups to create official accounts, which are public. Still, zombie fans are a documented problem on WeChat. A 2015 investigation conducted by the Beijinger showed that, a Beijinger, that sounds fun. You know, although it sounds way more fun because it's foreign. But, you know, when someone calls you Bay, it's like, really? Seriously? Come here. Let me smack you upside the head because apparently you didn't get the rest of that word out. It's stuck in there somewhere. Don't call me Bay. It's either baby or nothing. Okay? Bay. But if you're a Beijinger, wow. I wonder if that's like some kind of Oriental girlfriend. I told you. Gutter mind. Gutter mind. Gutter mind. Oh, that's almost like never mind, only dirtier. In any case, the Beijingers showed it's startlingly easy and inexpensive to manipulate. The likes and the views on the messaging platform. Well, I'm finding that out over on that Minds site. Because, you know, if you want to get lots of looky-loos on whatever it is that you post, you just tag a shitload of people to it. And I've been getting tagged on a shitload of stuff. And it's like, what the hell? Damn. Do I even know you? Why are you tagging me? But I go look because I'm a looky-loo. And a lot of times I just keep on scrolling. And then there are times when it's like, really? What the fudge? I did not drop an F-bomb yet. Give me time. Although charges related to working in Thailand illegally can come with a sentence of up to 5 years in the Gray Bar Hilton, the 3 men are reportedly likely only going to pay a fine before being deported back to China. And if they're anything like the illegal workers here in USA, they'll be back in Thailand before you can say, Wang Dong, who's your daddy? Or something like that. So, what will happen to the fake likes they generated is still a mystery. Tencent, WeChat's parent company, did not return a request for comment. Why? Because they were probably paying these guys. That's why. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, did. My evil twin made me do it. She did. Okay. Too funny. I do like their names. Dun dun dun. Oh, Qatar and what? Oh, thanks, Rob Works. I finally got that caught up. And he fired up the bubbler. Booyah! What? Wicked tasty. I'm just catching up. No fungi for you. How do you know? Oh, what? Oh, yeah, you can eat watermelon rind. Uh-huh. Pickle it. I know people that pickle it. You can also roast the watermelon seeds, just like you do pumpkin seeds. Sprinkle a little salt on them. Rather tasty. And ever so good for you. Oh, how sweet. Skype just sent me a card. Dads matter too. Really? You know, it's kind of hard to make babies if you don't have the daddy, right? Well, sometimes you want it to be. Move along. Oops. Hi, Talos. What's the secret? What? Tell me. Don't be going shh, secret, and then not tell me. Because, well, if you don't tell me, then it's still a secret. But you can tell me. I won't tell anyone else except for those that are listening. Honest and for true. You can trust me, Talos. Yeah, like a bot's gonna trust me. Uh-huh. Okay. There you go, Hans. I did a little bit of humming. Name that tune. I don't even know what it was. Here we go. Wah! Those names are funny, Casey, but the rest of the article wasn't nearly as amusing, although I did kind of try and find some fun in it. Thanks, Casey. I'll put that over here, too. Oh, sure, it's not going to let me tag you. Brat. Bwat, 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 bwat. Dun, dun. Okay, now I'm going to get over here to something from CNET. Why? Because, well, I did one from China. Got to do another from China. Wah! Apparently, according to CNET.com, U.S. said to consider limits on Chinese investment in AI. And now we know why, because Wang Dong and Ni Wang Qingtong and that other guy are doing clickbait shit. That's why. Or maybe not. I don't know. But apparently officials worry that technologies developed in the U.S. could be used to bolster China's military capabilities. No, they're just going to take it and clickbaity it and do faker, bellyacre clickers. Chinese investors looking to put money into artificial intelligence, which artificial intelligence, you can't even use that phrase when you're talking about the government because you have to have some kind of intelligence involved in order to even have artificial. And they may fake like they have some. And there may actually be a couple of people there, you know, like 0.001% of the government workers actually have some intelligence and they're working it. But yeah, artificial intelligence, I think we all are in one way or another. But apparently it could soon face greater scrutiny. Focus, damn it. The U.S. government is considered limiting the Chinese investment in Silicon Valley to guard technologies seen as vital to U.S. national security. This is from Reuters. So it must be true because that's part of the corporate lame-ass propaganda system. The concern is that the technologies developed in USA could be used to bolster China's military capabilities. Or maybe, just maybe, that technologies could be used to get them off of fossil fuels because all of that shit that's developed over here suddenly disappears into patent limbo because of national security. Because, well, the national security, petrodollar, yeah, are you starting to connect some dots there? Research in AI, a term used for the ability of a machine, computer, or system to exhibit human-like intelligence. Oh, wow. No, they exhibit the same intelligence that gets put into them. You know, a computer is only as smart as the input that it gets. It has been dominated lately by large tech companies such as Google and Faker, Bellyacre, Fake Book, Fascist Book. The goal is to create machines that can perceive their environment and complete a wide array of everyday tasks previously performed by humans. You know, this is kind of an Isaac Asimov, iRobot kind of scenario, don't you know? One application of particular interest is autonomous weapons. Yeah, they say it's going to save mankind from the dirty deeds of war, but no, it's not. It's just going to make it much more efficient. You aren't going to have to, train somebody to hold that gun and then worry about them surviving the altercation and turning the gun on you. Now you just create AI and have it do it for you, and you can just willy-nilly. Although I'm thinking Terminator movies, have you guys not learned nothing from the movies? Yeah, this is like things like unmanned planes to missile defense systems to sentry robots. We've already got military hardware that functions with very little input from a human mind. It is Borg. You will be assimilated. Senator John Cronin, that sounds like Cronin, of Texas, is now drafting legislation that would give the USA government far more power to block some technology investments. And Cronin aide, this is a Cronin aide told Reuters. And I wonder how long that piece of legislation will be, because I'm thinking it would basically just need to consist of one page. I hereby declare that the government has full autonomy and can just pretty much block whatever we want to block because I said so. But if you were to put it so bluntly, people would go, what the fuck? Okay, F-bomb. Because people would say, no, 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 no. Which is why they have such long pieces of legislation. Because then they can obfuscate. See, I used a really big word there. They can muddy the waters so that you have to wade through all those whereases and parties of the first part and therefores and parties of the second part and all of this other heretofore shall be known as kind of bullshit. And people get tired of wading through all of that. So they go, fuck it, I'm done. I'm tired of reading this crap. And that's how they sneak all this shit by. They wear you down. Apparently, artificial intelligence is one of many leading edge technologies that China seeks and that has potential military applications. This was said by the Cronin aide, who declined to be identified. So, basically, it was Joe Blow off the street that said, I'm a Cronin aide, and I'm going to leak this information to you. Leaker, that's why they developed Depends. For those unsightly leaks. Although, when you think about Depends, you think, a whole business being built up around a symptom. Not dealing with the original issue. The shit that's making you have those leakage issues in the first place. No. We cannot actually deal with that because how else are they going to make money if you stop leaking? Yes, we must build up a business around your unsightly leakage. Hi there, RLM Fluke. Welcome aboard, sweetheart. I know you're a bot, but I'm still going to welcome you. Oh, training incidents? How fun or not? Ooh, Dawn's gonna be road tripping. Road tripping! That's always fun, unless it's not. I don't mind road tripping so long as it's not hotter than Hopsy Hell or blizzarding. Okay, let's see. Which little emoji do I want to do? I will do a geeky guy. That's what I'll do. And then I'll do the little steaming pile of poo. Because that's pretty much what it is. Hi, Dee Marlowe. How are you doing, sweetie? Okay. So, let's see. I'm predicting, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to predict that the Boogeyman du jour, or the Boogeyman of the month, the next one in the spinner of the wheel, because obviously ISIS just ain't cutting it anymore, and neither is Al-Qaeda, and well, you know, we just don't really give a shit about the Rushkies did it, so now it's going to be them dirty Chinese. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, what are these? So, get this posted around just a little bit. Now that I've had a little bit of fun at the Chinese expense, I'm going to go to what Moosey shared. Because it really does kind of relate to this. Because, you know, you gotta, politics makes very strange bedfellows. Continue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yay. Thank you. TheThoughtCatalog.com. Be alone until you find someone who actually gives a shit about you. Now, see, this I need to tell to all of these people out there in Guberland and all of that other fun stuff, too, because, you know, just because they are the enemy of your enemy doesn't mean that they will be a good friend for you. Okay? Because sometimes the enemy of my enemy is not necessarily friendly. But this is more on a personal note. So, being alone is not scary or bad or a curse or any other bullshit thing that people make it out to be. Being alone is also not lonely unless you make it lonely. Why? Because, well, you know, you could be lonely in a room full of people. Just saying. So, being alone is better than settling for a bunch of shitty dates that make you feel horrible about yourself, or waking up next to some dude who thinks your name is Whitney when that's not even close. You know, kind of like Putin and Dangleberry. They're strange bedfellows, and I'm sure that's probably why Dangleberry was so upset, because Putin just could not remember his name. You know, being alone is the time you have to get comfortable with yourself. And that time is so important, which, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Enough with the funniness. It is very important. People get so stressed and worked up about being alone when there's no reason for it at all. Because being alone is as good or as bad as you make it. If you don't like your own company, I'm thinking you need to straighten up your act. Because if you don't like your own company, how do you expect someone else to like it? You need to be alone until you find someone who doesn't just say they will show up, but actually shows up and shows up excited to see you. Be alone until you find someone who doesn't make endless excuses and actually wants to spend time with you doing the things that you want to do. That's right, girlfriend. Be alone until you find someone who talks about you and who talks you up to their friends or family or co-workers or the homeless dude on the street. Literally anyone. Be alone until you find someone who is proud as hell to show you off, because anything less than that is just bullshit. Which, yes, it is. And this goes for both guys and girls. Because if you got someone that, you know, they only want you to be the arm candy, but when they get you home, it's like, okay, I really don't need you anymore. But, you know, when we go out, I want you as arm candy, or I want you to pay for things. Those are not people that you wish to be around. You know, someone that wants to actually spend quality time with you, even if it's just both of you sitting on the couch reading books. with maybe your legs crossed across each other or something. Even if it's just something as mellow as that. Someone that enjoys spending that kind of time with you. Someone that doesn't give a shit if you don't get out of your jammies all day long. You don't bother brushing your hair. Instead of, you brush your teeth, but, it's like, I didn't use mouthwash. I didn't do, fuck it, I'm not doing deodorant today. So if you don't want to do that kind of shit and they still like being around you and giving you hugs and stuff, that's the kind of person you need to, and I gotta clue you in here. Really, seriously, don't go looking for them. Because when you go looking for them, you are in a zone of lack. Because when you go looking for someone, that means you are lacking something. If you are looking outside of yourself for something or someone. If you just be yourself, be comfortable with who you are, the universe will see to it that you meet up. It happens. Be alone until you find someone who can't wait to see you, but not in an overbearing, pushy, controlling manner, but in a I care about you manner. Because yes, there is a difference between the two. And no, being with someone who controls you is not cool. And there is a difference between someone saying, oh, that's really not attractive, hun. That color just doesn't work for you. Or someone saying, no, I don't like that. You should wear that. And gets mad if you don't wear what they suggest. There is a big difference there. Be alone until you find someone who actually wants to spend your free time with not someone you're convincing yourself you like, or worse, someone you have to convince to like you. Yeah. If you have to work at it, you're chasing it, and you'll never catch it. That is, if you have to work at it and put on airs in order to attract someone's attention. Someone whose attention see right here, someone whose attention you have to beg for is not someone who is worth your time. True, 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 true. If someone likes you, you will know. Otherwise, it's time to let them go and focus more on yourself. If they can't accept you for who you are, dirty hair and all, because you're just feeling like being a slug today and don't feel like washing your hair. Because if they can't handle you on your worst days, even if you don't feel like washing your hair because you just feel like total shit, and you just ain't looking good, you ain't feeling good, and yet they still want to be around you and say, hey, I still love you, that person's a contender. But those that, oh man, you look like shit, I think I'll go leave you alone. That may be appropriate at times, but yeah, someone that just plain can't be around you if you can't be natural or be a slug if you wish to be, nah, that person ain't worth being around. Nope. Be alone until you find someone, or you run into someone, meet up with someone who misses you when you're not around. Not someone who forgets you exist on weekends unless they're drunk and lonely, which, yeah, I know a few of those, and it's like, sorry, not interested. Be alone until you find someone or run into someone who actually gives a shit about the way you feel. Not someone who says, oh, well, you'll forgive me later. Unless that can be. Never mind. We'll just move along from that one. Or just expects you to get over it. Yeah, those people that say, I was just joking. Just get over it. You're being entirely too sensitive. Really? Really? Because, sometimes when you're really sensitive like that, something hits you wrong. Sometimes it's not always you. Sometimes it is their attitude that they are exuding. Be alone until you run into someone who doesn't ghost you or leave you hanging more often than not. Yeah, only Those people that only when you're convenient. Yeah, stay away from them. And conversely, don't be one of them people. Be alone until you find someone who actually gives a shit about you. So many people settle for mediocre relationships with lame-ass people. Don't be one of those people. Love is one thing you should never ever settle for. Don't ever. No. If it ain't bada bing, bada boom, zowie fireworks, trust me, that happens. If it ain't that, you're settling. Seriously. If you can't, and this was an exercise I believe I read about last week or the week before. If you can think about your life without that individual and it doesn't give you uncomfortable, sad pangs, maybe, just maybe, that person ain't right for you. Because if you ain't just as committed, and yeah, committed, I think that's a very appropriate word, because you do kind of go crazy when you get into that, because it's like, weirdness. But yeah, if you aren't just as committed as that you expect them to be, you ain't ready yet. So, until you are ready, be alone. You'll thank yourself for doing so. Thank you ever so much, Moosey, for that. Lots and lots of life lessons in there. Lots and lots of excellent advice. Nutters, who's nutters? Have a nutter butter peanut butter sandwich cookie. Not that kind of nutter. Hi, Guberzilla. Guberzilla has joined. Ooh, I almost feel like Phyllis Diller when I do that. No, who is that? Ruth, or no, Joanne Worley, is that her name? Guberzilla. There's some more not really singing for you, J-Dread. Okay, what's that? Flashback. Loretta Lynch, we need more marching blood death on what? Need more marching blood death on the streets. Well, Loretta Lynch, if you think we need more of that, sweetheart, by all means, show us the way. Lead the way. If you wish to truly be a leader, lead the way. Evening, P. Bunyan. I see you joining in the chat. Let's see. MSNBC analyst who called for ISIS to bomb Trump Towers blames guns for Alexandria shooting. Why are you blaming tools for people's actions? Tools are just that. They are tools. I can use a shovel to dig a hole in my yard. I can also use a shovel to whack someone upside the head and therefore fill the hole in my yard. Tools are tools. That is all they are. They are implements to be used for either good or bad. So, yeah, guns are tools. You can use them as a paperweight if you wish to. They would function like that. Same with bombs. Same with all kind of shit. And I remember somewhere in the chat earlier today, I don't remember who it was, but somebody had said something about knives kill more people than guns do in the USA. Of course, I also saw that article. Oh, there you go, Graham. Tools blame tools. Well, yeah. Okay, you got me there, hun. Someone shared a link, something about 93 million people are killed daily by guns in the United States. Holy shit. That's depopulation in lickety-split is what that is, because there's, 300 some million in the USA, supposedly. So 93 million. Yeah, take about a week. Get stragglers, all that shit. That whole blind leading the blind would not necessarily be a bad thing if, when their hands are out there grasping for things, here you go, flasher, they bump into boobs. Although the government is populated by boobs, sadly, they're not the fun kind. They're not the fun bags, the sweater puppies, so whatever you wish to call them, they're just boobs. Yeah. Duh. Okay. I need to share that thought catalog elsewhere. Where else do I need to put that? Over here on this effing site. That's where I need to put it. Hi, Agent X. Okay. Excellent advice. Excellent. Thank you ever so much, Moosey, again. I love it. So, where do I want to go now? I think I will put this over here on Minds as well. I'm not, I'm seeing lots of shit. I'm not getting lots of clickies because I didn't hire any Chinese clickbaiters. That just sounds sick and wrong. Hua, my name's Huang Dong. I'm a clickbaiter. That's Chinese for master baiter. Okay, I shared that over on Minds as well. Not that I'm looking to get a whole hell of a lot of likes or any of that other fun shit, because I just don't boost anything, because it's like, really? Nazi phobia? What's that, Paul Nielsen? Nazi phobia. Oh? A parallel universe? It's the same thing, only different. And Pakistan has a death penalty for blasphemy on Facebook. Oh, shit. And I got called a blasphemer on Facebook last week. Because I said that we are creators of our own world. Yeah. And because we are kind of sort of godlike because we create our own environment. So therefore we are godlike on a small scale. Because we are, all this consciousness that's all interconnected. At least in my humble opinion. That is a thought process. It has become a habit of me thinking. I will put it that way. McBastard? Oh, there's a McBastard over on Minds. How fun! Sharing stuff with bumblebees. I like bumblebees. I'm going to have to go to McBastard and subscribe just because I like the name. That's the way I roll. Okay. Now, Louder with Crowder. Is that what that is? I'm going to go back to my pocket. Because I seen some I seen it in my pocket. Oh, I got to get to this one. I think J Dredd shared this. I think. Or no, maybe J Dredd said something about it. Hansel? And, well, I kind of sort of went off on it. Because, Chinese scientists are going to grow potatoes on the moon. I know, I've gone to China. I'm feeling rather exotic today. But this is on BBC.com in their news from elsewhere. Which is a PC way of saying from China. But apparently these Chinese scientists are going to grow taters on the moon. And I don't know about y'all, but I grew up thinking that the moon was made of green cheese. And so if they're going to grow taters on the moon, that's cheesy taters. Cheesy taters. They're going to corner the market. Get your taters now for the Chinese corner it. Apparently, these Chinese scientists will attempt to grow taters on the moon as part of a forthcoming lunar mission. Really? You're really going to the moon, huh? They really expect us to believe that. Okay, well, it's on the internet. Must be true. This is according to a report on the Chongqing Morning Post. The potatoes will be sealed inside a mini ecosystem as part of Chang'e 4's mission due to launch next year. It's always next year. You know, it's like tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never gets here. What the hell? They'll share. They'll share a small cylinder on the surface of the Earth's only natural satellite. Well, you know, there's discussion about that, whether it's natural or not. I think it's much like silicone boobs. Just saying. It's with, they're going to share it with the silkworm larvae as part of an series of experiments. The goal is to see whether the insects and spuds will survive on the lunar surface. And the end result will yield important insights about the viability of a future human colony. What if, as you're digging down to plant the seed, what if you find that you run into metal? What you gonna do then? Apparently, potatoes played a central part in the 2015 science fiction film The Martian, based on the book by Andy Weir, where Matt Damon says an astronaut stranded on Mars resorted to potato farming to survive. Very interesting. Not nearly as fun as I thought it would be, because I just read the headline and went, oh, that looks fun. What? Chloe's doing a happy dance? Why? Oh. Special counsel is investigating Trumpelstiltskin for possible obstruction of justice, officials say. You know, Chloe, that is a smokescreen, right? That is a smokescreen. Because according to their rules, while in the performance of his duties, he is immune to prosecution. Same held true for Dangleberry. You know, that's their rules, hun. So you can do a happy dance all you want, but all that is just dangling a carrot out there so that you'll do a happy dance. So, yeah. More islands means raises water level. What? Oh, yeah. I watched I actually kind of sort of listened to a video earlier today that pretty much, and I think Rob Works shared it, put the lie to those who are willing to, those who have ears that are willing to listen. You know, just because you have ears, you know, and just because you use them to keep your glasses up, or you use them to tuck your hair behind them, or to make sure that your hat doesn't fall down over your face. But, you know, those that actually use ears for the function of hearing and listening, those who have ears will listen. Oh, Congress gets to vote on impeachment proceedings? Yeah, well, okay. Slick Willie was impeached. What good did that do? It's all smoke and mirrors, sweetheart. No, he's not kicked from office. No. Sorry, honey. Ain't gonna happen. He is the face that you put on your dartboard. That's just pretty much what it is. Nothing else. He has no real power. He has no control. He just says whatever he wants to say, and they do whatever the hell they want to do, because whatever he says don't mean dick. Sorry. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And if something does happen, that's part of the original playbook to keep us going, nanny, nanny, boo-boo, look what we did to your guy. Yeah, well, you know, look at shitlery. I mean, how sucky do you have to be to lose a selection that was rigged for you to win? I mean, that's some serious suckage going on there. That's probably the only suckage she'll ever do, which is probably why Slick Willie was always looking for someone else. Yes, I said that out loud. So, no thanks, Rob. I'm not buying tickets to that show. I don't like paying attention to that crap anymore. I got more important things to do to pay attention to. You know, like my yard and my fur babies and my grandbabies and yeah. Oh, you're changing the station? Go for it, sweetheart. That's okay. That's the wonderful thing about the internet. You can change the station and nobody is bothered except for you. True, Gooberzilla. That is true. I know, dude. Rascal's trying to help. Who is Shitlery? Hillary. She lost a selection that was rigged for her to win. That's some serious suckage. Of course, it was all, once again, bread and circuses, smoke and mirrors. Get your popcorn here. Pull up a lawn chair. Get yourself an adult beverage. This is better than the real world, L.A. Let me tell you. Them frickin' MTV and their real world shit that started all this reality TV crap. It's craziness. Craziness, I tell ya. Okay, I'm going to put this Chinese thingy over here on Effin' side as well. Hi, Estrella. Okay. Oh. I keep thinking about all this shit in politics, and it's like, I remember when it used to make a difference to me, and I really thought it was real. I remember those days. They weren't that long ago. Memory hasn't been that wiped. And wow. I look back at myself and I go, holy moly. I swallowed that hook, line, and sinker. And maybe now I'm swallowing something else hook, line, and sinker. I don't know. Because the more I find out, the more I realize I don't know shit. So, there you go. I just say a lot of stuff and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket because I had some recommended stuff in here. Let's see. Oh, hey, did you know that tiny jumping spiders can see the moon? I'm not going to go there because they're spiders and they're freaking creepy. Oh, I got to tell you, I had a first yesterday. And, you know, this is really getting more and more difficult because of where I work and for how long I have worked there. I actually got to help catch a lizard on the showroom floor yesterday. No, it wasn't a politician. He was just a little feller. I mean, you know, from tip of tail to tip of nose, he was maybe 4 inches long. He's a cute little guy. Quick, too. Because, Mason, who's one of our detail guys, was trying to catch it because he wanted to take it home because he's also got a bearded dragon. And so he wanted to take it home and let's see if they would make friends, keep them separate enclosures because he didn't want his bearded dragon eating the little guy. But so he was trying to catch this little thing and I don't know how it got on the showroom. All I know is I saw this dart, you know that stuff you see out the corner of your eye, and I kind of did a little jump thing. And then I looked and I didn't see anything, so I thought, okay, it was either a mouse or I'm just seeing things. But then Mason come up with 2 coffee cups. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm catching a lizard. And it's like, oh, the showroom safari is on. And yeah, we were skulking around, if you can skulk around on a showroom. All those windows, don't you know? And we're looking in all the little crevices and the little hidey places. And the little guy, he's quick. He's quick. But Mason got him up in a corner. And so I come around on the other side thinking, oh yeah, Mason will scare him my way. And I was down on my hands and knees, and I figured I could corner him. You know, Mason will scare him right to me, and I'll catch him because I'm not feared of lizards. They're kind of cute. Don't like snakes, don't like spiders, but lizards are cool. In any case, he scares it over my way, and I actually kind of sort of caught it. I stopped it. I caught part of the tail, but he's a slick little bugger. And he got out from under my hands and went right between my legs and started crawling up one leg. And I was wearing shorts, mind you. Started crawling up a leg and then darted off again. And in that interim, and I got to tell you, this was like less than 2 seconds. And I am so proud of myself that I did not become a proud sponsor of Depends undergarments at that moment, because I damn near peed myself. But it was fun, and we did catch the little guy, and he is in a separate enclosure, and he's over there kind of looking at the bearded dragon lizard thingy. And yeah, it was kind of cool, kind of fun, kind of interesting, a new thing for me. So yeah, yay. See how crazy shit is over here in Grammy land? What are you doing? What? Devil in a blue dress? Who's the devil in a blue? Oh, that's Monica. Oh, Chloe? Yes. You would be amazed at the things I've been called. Or maybe not. I don't know. I've been called all kinds of things. But you know, the fun thing is that if I don't wish to wear it, if I don't wish to identify with it, I don't. I've grown up with nicknames, have a large family. Nicknames don't scare me. I grew out of that a long, long time ago. Actually, the nickname that when I was younger that used to make me cry is now my nickname, period, to a lot of people. So, you know, who gives a... I don't care. You want to call me something else? Call me something else. Doesn't mean I have to answer to it. Who's an old ass motherfucker? Oldest sitting president in history. Is that Trumpelstiltskin? Huh. I thought Ronnie Reagan was older than that. Okay. Whatever. Who's a fine mother? Mother Puss Bucket? I have been called that as well. I've been called some really inventive names in my day. Okay. Let's see. How to schedule your day for peak creative performance. No, I don't like schedules. Potemkin policies. No. What's the secret to insane productivity? Oh, really? Insane people can be productive? Yes, they can, actually. I'm just having fun with these headlines. Holy smokes. What romance really means after 10 years of marriage. Oh, don't ask me about that. Why you will marry the wrong person? No, I don't want to know about that one either. I'm not going to get married. I've been there, done that. Don't want to go down that road again. Don't need that piece of paper. When I decide that I wish to spend the rest of my meat suit days with someone else, I don't need a piece of paper from a third party to make it so. Let's see. How to make yourself work when you just don't want to. I don't want to go there either. The complete... Oh, okay. I will never, ever, ever... Well, I've been to New York to JFK Airport. That's about the extent of my New York travels. I really don't care to go there because I just don't. The Complete Guide to New York City Hamburger Styles. Should we go there? Or should I go to a psychologist says simple word swap can make you more successful on a daily basis? No, because I really don't want to do that whole... Everybody's definition of successful is different. My idea of success is if I make it all the way through a day and get at least one person to spit their drink or do an uncomfortable giggle, then my day is complete. I have been a success. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I hope, or maybe not. Let's see if, because it doesn't say if I can just share this link. Well, bummer, because it's a Get Pocket kind of thing. Ooh. Trump revealed highly classified information to Russian foreign minister and ambassador. That's from the WashingtonPost.com. Oh, yeah. How a TV sitcom triggered the down... Oh, here we go. Let's go here, because it's frickin' boob tube time. So let's view this. Let's see if I can view it on... Do the actual article, not just through Pocket. Come on. Give me the actual article. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. So, this is by David Hopkins, by the way. I want to discuss a popular TV show my wife and I have been binge watching on Netflix. Okay, I gotta admit, I've done that a time or two. It's the story of a family man, a man of science, a genius who fell in with the wrong crowd. He slowly descends into madness and desperation, led by his own egotism. With one mishap after another, he becomes a monster. I'm talking, of course, about Friends and its tragic hero, Ross Geller. Really? See, I honest to God, have never watched a full episode of Friends. Ever. So this is all new to me. You may see it as a comedy, but I cannot laugh with you. To me, Friends signals a harsh embrace of anti-intellectualism in America. Oh, I gotta agree with that. Or at least the anti-intellectualism. Where a gifted and intelligent man is persecuted by his idiot compatriots. That happens an awful lot, by the way. And even if you see it from my point of view, it doesn't matter, because the constant barrage of laughter from the live studio audience will remind us that our own reactions are unnecessary and redundant. The theme song itself is filled with foreboding, telling us that life is inherently deceptive, career pursuits are laughable, poverty is right around the corner, and oh yeah, your love life's DOA. But you will always have the company of idiots. They will be there for you. Ah, it's comforting to have a meeting of the village idiots, don't you think? Don't you feel better? Maybe I should unpack this for the uninitiated. I would appreciate that because, like I said, I've never watched it. So if you remember the 1990s and early 2000s, you lived near a television set, and you lived near a television set, then you remember Friends. Friends was a Thursday night primetime must-see TV. You know, and every time I heard, Rachel's got a new haircut, it was like, BFD. Who cares? It's hair. People cut it, or they don't. People color it, or they don't. It's hair. People lose it, or they don't. It's hair. Apparently, it was an event that featured the most likable ensemble ever assembled by a casting agent. All young, all middle class, all white, all straight, all attractive, but approachable, all morally and politically bland, and all equipped with easily digestible persona. Joey is the goofball. Chandler is the sarcastic one. Monica is obsessive-compulsive. Phoebe is the hippie. Rachel, hell, I don't know. Rachel likes to shop. Then there's Ross. Ross was the intellectual and the romantic. Well, thank you for giving me that breakdown, because I really, now I know who all of the people were on there. Eventually, the Friends audience, roughly 52.5 million people, holy shit, turned on Ross. Oh, holy crap. But the characters of the show were pitted against him from the beginning. Consider episode 1 when Joey says of Ross, "This guy says hello. I want to kill myself." What? In fact, anytime Ross would say anything about his interests, his studies, his ideas, whenever he was mid-sentence, one of his quote-unquote friends was sure to groan and say how boring Ross was, how stupid it is to be smart, and that nobody cares. Yeah. Cue the laughter of the live studio audience. This gag went on pretty much every episode for 10 seasons. Can you blame Ross for going crazy? No, I can't blame Ross for going crazy, and I'm amazed that it stayed on for 10 seasons. Hell, I thoroughly enjoyed Northern Exposure for 2 seasons, and then I lost interest. Because it was wild and weird and wacky for at least the first season, and the second season I kind of waited for it to keep being wild and weird and wacky, and by the third season I was like, Same with Eureka. I really liked that show Eureka on the Sci-Fi Channel for the first couple of seasons. And then I started going, And my daughter got me started on Supernatural, and I must admit, even after the storylines were rather I liked the eye candy. Go figure. And you know, I'm pretty much bored with this one. So I'm going to see if I can share it. I mean, it's a getpocket.com/explore/how TV sitcoms triggered the downfall of / yada 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 yada. So I'm hoping that this will Cheers was filmed before a live studio audience. Sweet. Okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. I like Cheers, but I don't know that I only watched a few full episodes of that as well. So, what's this Blogspot thing? Oh, yeah. It's really, really, see, and that's sad. That is truly sad when you have to have a frickin' sign that tells you, you're supposed to laugh now, you're supposed to applaud now. Really? And do you know how long they've had those signs going? Oh, yes. We are very good at being trained seals. Yeah. Good job. Oh, yeah. Okay. IB Doncy, yeah. Discovery Channel's kind of cool. Animal Planet, yeah, kind of cool. But I got Netflix. So I watch Ancient Aliens because I like the guy with the weird hair. And I like YouTube. I used to watch the History Channel until I started going, bullshit. Frasier, I've only seen a couple episodes of that as well. You know, a lot of the TV sitcoms just really didn't. I liked Tim the Toolman Taylor for a while there. I actually enjoyed the Roseanne show for like a season. I keep going back to like the Gilligan's Island and that kind of stuff and thinking, holy crap, I used to actually really enjoy watching this. Or Lost in Space. Oh my God, have you watched those as an adult? It's like, wow, really? That's just crazy. Now, the old Star Treks. I still, although I look at the screens, you know, with the paintings up there, and Uhura that kept pushing all of those colored buttons that really didn't do anything. Yeah, Grimmy, the Hitler channel. There you go. Actually, when I still had Dish Network, I lived predominantly on the USA channel because they played a lot of older sitcoms. Or the Sci-Fi Channel, or Discovery and Animal Planet, and there was one other channel that and I got to thinking 5 channels out of 250 that I actually pay attention to, kinda sorta. And you know, when I looked at my actual TV viewing usage, which was when I finally said, you know, I can't justify this expense anymore. When I called Dish to cancel, and they said, no, please don't cancel. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. And it's like, no, I've had you for 10 years now. And the last time I turned the TV on and watched anything on Dish Network was 3 months ago. No, I don't need you anymore. You know, especially when they said, oh, but the Weather Channel and this and that. And I said, I have the internet. I have my phone. It's a smartphone. It's smarter than me. I'm not really comfortable with that, but it is. So, yeah. No, I don't need Dish Network. Don't need that bill. So, okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket because this is kind of fun checking out the recommended thingies. The 10-10-10 rule of tough decisions, huh? No, I'm not going to go there. How technology hijacks people. Oh. From thriveglobal.com. Yes, I like this headline, which is why I'm going here, because, you know, it grabbed me by the eyeballs. Oliver Stone tells Colbert Israel had more influence than Russia. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I did like Stargate, too. And I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, I wanted to be Barbara Eden so bad. I really, really did. But I wasn't a blonde. So, damn it. Let's see. The Simpsons. I never cared for The Simpsons. What was that other show? Not Stargate. And not Battlestar Galactica. Oh crap. It had now I can't even think of the name of the actors. Shit. I'll think of it. I'll think of it at 2 a.m. Okay. I'm going to go back to this article. Okay, later, Goober. So, how technology is hijacking your mind. from a magician and Google design ethicist. Ethicist? Okay. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they've been fooled. That is by unknown, and that is very, very true. Very true. I'm an expert on how technology hijacks our psychological vulnerabilities. Okay, I'm not, but this author is. That's why I spent the last 3 years as a design ethicist at Google, caring about how to design things in a way that defends a billion people's minds from getting hijacked. Apparently, you only worked there for 3 years, because I don't think Google really wants to go there. When using technology, we often focus optimistically on all the things it does for us. But I want to show you where it might do the opposite. So where does technology exploit our mind's weaknesses? Oh, do I have time? It says estimated reading time is 12 minutes. They don't know me very well, do they? I learned to think this way when I was a magician. Magicians start by looking for blind spots, edges, vulnerabilities, and limits of people's perception, so they can influence what people do without them even realizing it. Kind of like corporate lame-ass propaganda system. Once you know how to push people's buttons, you can play them like a piano. Don't shoot me, I'm only the piano player. Yeah, thank you, Billy Joel, for that little one. And this is exactly what product designers do to your mind. What's that? Oh, check my phone. I will do. It's charging right now, P. Bunyan. Okay. Product designers play your psychological vulnerabilities, consciously and unconsciously, against you in a race to grab your attention, which is part of the whole headline thing. So I want to show you how they do it. Number one, they hijack. So if you control the menu, you control the choices. Menu is great choice number 1, great choice number 2, great choice number 3. So what's not on the menu? Western culture is built around ideals of individual choice and freedom. Millions of us fiercely defend our right to make free choices, while we ignore how those choices are manipulated upstream by menus we didn't choose in the first place. This is exactly what magicians do. They give people the illusion of free choice while architecting the menus so that they win, no matter what you choose. I can't emphasize enough how deep this insight is. a.k.a. selections. You got the choice between Shitlery, Trumpelstiltskin, Bernie Sanders. How many other choices were out there? The choice was limited, not limitless. That is how they manipulate your mind. So, when people are given a menu of choices, they rarely ask, what's not on the menu? Why am I being given these options and not others? Do I know the menu provider's goals? Is this menu empowering for my original need, or are the choices actually a distraction, i.e. an overwhelming array of toothpastes? Which, you know, I listened to. What did you want me to see, IB Don C? Ducks are migrating. Sweet! Oh, thank you, Fluke. Okay. What did you share, IB Don C, that I wish you want me to see? Okay. I'm going back to this article. So, for example, imagine you're out with your friends on Tuesday night and want to keep the conversation going. You open Yelp to find nearby recommendations and see a list of bars. The group turns into a huddle of faces staring down at their phones, comparing bars. They scrutinize the photos of each, comparing cocktail drinks. Is this menu still relevant to the original desire of the group? It's not that bars aren't a good choice, it's that Yelp substitutes the group's original question, where can we go to keep talking, with a different question, what's a bar with good photos of cocktails? All by shaping the menu. Moreover, the group falls for the illusion that Yelp's menu represents a complete set of choices for where to go. While looking down at their phones, they don't see the park across the street with a band playing live music. They miss the pop-up gallery on the other side of the street serving crepes and coffee. Neither of those show up on Yelp's menu. The more choices technology gives us is nearly every domain of our lives. Information, events, places to go, friends, dating, jobs. The more we assume that our phone is always the most empowering and useful menu to pick from. But is it? The most empowering menu is different than the menu that has the most choices. But when we blindly surrender to the menus we're given, it's easy to lose track of the distance. So who's free tonight to hang out becomes a menu of most recent people who texted us, who we could ping. What's happening in the world becomes a menu of news feed stories. Who's single to go on a date becomes a menu of faces to swipe on Tinder instead of local events with friends or urban adventures nearby. I have to respond to this email becomes a menu of keys to type a response instead of empowering ways to communicate with a person. When we wake up in the morning and turn our phone over to see a list of notifications, it frames the experience of waking up in the morning around a menu of all the things I missed since yesterday. By shaping the menu we pick from, technology hijacks the way we perceive our choices and replaces them with new ones. But the closer we pay attention to the options we're given, the more we'll notice when we don't actually align with our true needs. Hijack number 2. Put a slot machine in 1 billion pockets. If you're an app, how do you keep people hooked? You turn yourself into a slot machine. The average person checks their phone 150 times a day. Why do we do this? We are making 150 conscious choices. Or are we making those? You know, wow, I do not check my phone anywhere near that. Maybe 50 times. Maybe. And that's if I'm texting back and forth with my kids to coordinate grandbaby visits and that kind of shit. Wow. But then again, I don't have Fakeybook on my phone. I don't have Messenger on my phone. There's a lot of things I do not have on my phone. One major reason why the number one psychological ingredient in slot machines is intermittent variable rewards. If you want to maximize addictiveness, all tech designers need to do is link a user's action, like pulling a lever, with variable rewards. You pull a lever and immediately receive either an enticing reward, a match, or a prize, or nothing. Addictiveness is maximized when the rate of reward is most variable. So does this effect really work on people? Yes. Slot machines make more money in the United States than baseball, movies, and theme parks combined. They are not called one-armed bandits for nothing, peeps. Kind of like in the selection booth. Relative to other kinds of gambling, people get problematically involved with slot machines 3 to 4 times faster, according to NYU professor Natasha Dow-Schull, who is author of Addiction by Design. But here's the unfortunate truth. Several billion with a B people have a slot machine in their pocket. When we pull our phone out of our pocket, we're playing a slot machine to see what notifications we got. When we pull to refresh our email, we're playing a slot machine to see what new email we got. When we swipe down our finger to scroll the Instagram feed, we're playing a slot machine to see what photo comes next. When we swipe faces left, right on dating apps like Tinder, we're playing a slot machine to see if we got a match. When we tap the pound sign of red notifications, we're playing a slot machine to what's underneath. Apps and websites sprinkle intermittent variable rewards all over their products because it's good for business. But in other cases, slot machines emerge by accident. For example, there's no malicious corporation behind all of email who consciously choose to make it a slot machine. No one profits when millions check their email and nothing's there. Neither did Apple and Google's designers want phones to work like slot machines. It emerged by accident. But now companies like Apple and Google have a responsibility to reduce these effects by converting intermittent variable rewards into less addictive, more predictable ones with better design. For example, they could empower people to set predictable times during the day or week for when they want to check slot machine apps, and correspondingly adjust when new messages are delivered to align with those times. Yeah, right. Hijack number 3. Fear of missing something important, or FOMSI. Another way apps and websites hijack people's minds is by inducing a 1% chance that you could be missing something important. If I convince you that I'm a channel of important information, messages, friendships, or potential sexual opportunities, it will be hard for you to turn me off, unsubscribe, or remove your account. Because, ha 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 ha, I win. You just might miss something important. This keeps us subscribed to newsletters even after they haven't delivered recent benefits. This keeps us friended to people with whom we haven't spoken in ages. This keeps us swiping faces on dating apps even when we haven't even met up with someone or anyone in a while. This keeps us using social media. But if we zoom into that fear, we discover that it's unbounded. We'll always miss something important at any point when we stop using something. There are magic moments on Facebook that we'll miss by not using it for the 6th hour. There are magic moments we'll miss on Tinder by not swiping our 700th match. There are emergency phone calls we'll miss if we're not connected 24/7. But living moment to moment with fear of missing something isn't how we're built to live. It's amazing how quickly, once we let go of that fear, that we wake up from the illusion. When we unplug for more than a day, unsubscribe from those notifications, or go to camp grounded, the concerns we thought we'd have don't actually happen. We don't miss what we don't see. The thought, what if I miss something important, is generated in advance of unplugging, unsubscribing, or turning off, not after. Imagine if tech companies recognized it and helped us proactively tune our relationships with friends and businesses in terms of what we define as time well spent. Hijack number 4, social approval. Okay, 12 minutes, ain't no way this is going to work. So, I'm just going to tell you the hijacks because I'm going to run out of time before I get through all this. So, number 4 is social approval. Number 5 is social reciprocity or tit for tat. Ooh. Number 6, bottomless bowls, infinite feeds, and autoplay. YouTube, anyone? Number 7, instant interruption versus respectful delivery. Number 8, bundling your reasons with their reasons. Number 9, inconvenient choices. And number 10, forecasting errors, foot in the door strategies. So, he also has a summary of how we can fix it and all that other fun stuff. But this, I thought this was, and there's several videos attached to this. Okay. Thanks, Grimmy. Duckies! We have duckies. Okay, B. Bunyan. And no. Okay. I will have to check my phone here in just a little bit, hun. Oh, is that Imgur? Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, I like that, Kate. That is really cute. Okay, y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on this WHACK-A-DOODLE Wednesday on RealLibertyMedia.com, channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel, all kind of other RLM places, and it'll later be on the RLM YouTube channel and the RLM SoundCloud. Once again, quick reminder, I will not be here to do the rocket chair on Friday. I will be grandbabying. And I will not be around for the dork table on Saturday either because, once again, grandbabies, priorities, stepping away from the interwebs. So, I will be back next week, Wednesday, same batty time, same batty channel. So, what's that? I didn't even know there was such a thing as Tinder. I don't do Mames, my dear sweet daughter, bless her heart, was going to set me up an account on some dating site out here, and it's like, no, honey, no, seriously, I can't go there. Call me old-fashioned, call me an old fuddy-duddy, but in any case, y'all have an absolutely excellent rest of your Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. I hope your shit day tomorrow, Thursday. Sure happy it's Thursday because the next day's Friday. And you know what? Thursday is my Friday because I'm taking Friday off work to go grandbaby. So I will catch up with y'all later. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day and weekend and all of that other fun stuff. Bring the babies. You know what? Oh, no freakers on Friday either? Okay, thanks, Grammy. No freakers ball on Friday either. Everybody's taking Friday off because we have a life. So, y'all, catch y'all later. I truly, honestly do.